Hey guys! Hello! Welcome to my live stream. Today I thought I would talk to you guys a little bit about my blackout sleeve. It is definitely by far the thing I get the most questions about and comments on and just both positive and negative comments. It's always about my black sleeve. People are very, very curious. And the one thing that people always wants to know is how does it look now after I think it's been about 4 years. Damn, I forgot to check. I was going to do that. I forget. I think it's about 4 years ago since I did my black or my white on black sleeve rather. I can never answer all you guys individually. I get so many comments and questions and everything, and I just thought I would do the most asked questions for you guys, and if you have anything else, just come at me, because I will do my best to answer the questions, if it's any like tattoo related questions. The tattoo still looks great in my opinion. Of course, obviously, when you black out your arm, it's all done with black ink. But as you know, black ink will never stay black. It will always be gray, some kind of gray when it heals. That's the case with every tattoo. And when you do white over after that, the white will never stay white. So it will never look as good as it is when it's fresh. Again, ever. That's like when it's completely fresh, that's when it will ever look the best, and it will always fade. That's the case like with every tattoo, right? The tattoo will always fade. And because when you do a tattoo and you pierce the skin is open and you can see like straight to the ink, and the ink is really saturated and fresh. And when the skin heals, you will also, not only will a lot of the pigment will, of course, the pigment that's too much for the skin to soak in will, of course, wash off. And when the skin heals, it will also, you will have, of course, a tiny, tiny, thin layer of new skin over it. It will always dull the colors a little bit, but so as you can see, I think it still looks really, really good as the colors go. Of course, it is still you can see it's not white, but it's not. It's like what color is it? I don't know. It's like a beige, grayish color over the black, and I don't mind. I think it looks really cool. But if you expect it to look really, really contrasty and crisp, it will not. White ink is never gonna stay white, ever. So just be prepared that, this is pretty much as good as it gets. I could maybe, if I went over this once more with the white ink, you could maybe make it a little bit more crisp or contrasty. That's personally with my sarcoidosis is not a risk I would like to take right now. I hope that when I eventually heal from the sarcoidosis, I will get a chance to fix some of the lines that's gotten ruined from all these wounds. But yeah. Okay, Allison, I just started my blackout on my right arm. I watched all of your videos about yours. My saturation on the first pass wasn't great, but I plan to do one or more passes. Yeah, you can do that. Definitely. Congratulations on your blackout sleeve. It's definitely becoming more popular with the blackout tattoos. It's definitely a thing now. But yeah, it is hard to do a really, really even black color. That's also a very frequent question I get, is how how does it look? Like, how, does it get patchy? How does it work? And what I recommend and stuff like that. Now, I'm not a tattoo artist, but I have worked in the industry, and I have a lot of tattoos, and I have a lot of friends who are tattoo artists. And I know that every tattoo artist is not good at every style. And the really, really even saturation is also a kind of a style. And not every tattoo artist is good at that. Getting the really even, really black saturated colors, that is a technique like any other technique. Not every artist is good at that. So if you're getting a blackout tattoo, I would definitely recommend you seek out a tattoo artist that is preferably experienced with blackout tattoos, but it's still a pretty new thing, so not everyone has much experience with that. But at least if this tattoo artist does not have very much experience with blackouts, at least that the person has a lot of experience with coloring and saturating tattoos. So the artist that did my my blackout sleeve, he's a very well-known tattoo artist here, and he had never done a blackout before, but he's very known for his style in coloring and realism tattoos, and he uses a lot of color, and he's good with coloring and saturation, and of course he's very experienced. He's been tattooing for many, many years. I think like 20 years or something. So yeah, I would say like any other tattoo, like it's always, do your research. It is the best tip I can ever give you with any kind of tattoo is do your research. If you know what kind of tattoo you want, like if you know what kind of style you want, if it's realism or if it's like an old school tattoo or black work or, whatever it is, just find an artist that is good at that kind of style. If you go to a realism artist and ask for a old school tattoo, it probably won't be the best old school tattoo you're gonna get. So, do your research, and that is always the best tip. And always go for quality before price. Because if you're going to have a really, really good tattoo, it's going to be expensive, but it's going to be worth it. That is always my experience and my best tips I can give you. Evan's asking why my white over was a mess. I don't know. What do you mean, Ivan? And the outcome is never a guarantee with tattoos, and especially kind of, I don't want to say experimental methods, as a blackout and white over black is not really like experimental, but it's not very common. And it is sketchy, man. This is why you really, really, really should do your research when it comes to tattoos, because it is permanent and a lot of weird shit can happen if the tattoo artist fucks up. And it doesn't even have to do with anyone fucking up, because we're all different. Like, we're individual people, and my skin is different from your skin, and that ink is different from that ink, and that technique is different from his technique, and all of these things combined, they can make some weird shit happen. And so you never know, basically. So yeah, I don't know, Ivan. I don't know why your white over was a mess. If that is at all what you mean by that, I'm not sure. Side note, I love your forehead peony. Thank you so much. It's not a peony, it's actually chrysanthemum, but yeah, thank you. I love it too. So this is how it looks now. I'm gonna try to show it off a bit more. Yeah, I think it still looks amazing. I would like to freshen it up a bit just to see how it will be like after I heal and everything. Maybe I will. Would be just to see if it helps a lot at all. But I am happy with it. I love my black sleeve. I usually get questions on how long it took and how long I waited between. And I think it took about 10 hours for the blackout. I'm not completely sure though. I have videos on this on my channel. If any of you guys want to see them, I have a video out that is all about the blackout. When I did the blackout, I filmed it. It is really, it's really interesting and very, very gross and fun. And I also have 3 videos on my channel about the white over black process. It is definitely painful. Because you are saturating every little inch of your skin compared to another tattoo you would normally have. Actually, I have more tattoos. So compared to this one, this is also a lot of black, but you can see there are a lot of areas in here that are not inked at all or very little. So in total, like this is going to be extremely much more saturated, and every little inch of the skin has to be like totally saturated, which hurts, and it makes your skin swell up a lot, which was crazy looking. It looked totally crazy. I've never been swollen like that ever after my blackout. It was crazy. And so it's definitely painful. Yeah, I think I had 3 sessions for doing the whole blackout. I started with my underarm, and then we did the middle part, and we did the top at the end, I believe. Yeah, and I think in total it was about 10 hours for the blackout. And I don't remember how long it was 3 sessions for the white also. Yes, of course, because I did 1 video for each session for the white on top as well. So it was, I think we did the filigree part first, and then the flower on top, or the flower and there's actually a raven skull or a crow skull. You can't really see it. It's a skull under here. We did that last, I believe. Matthew Brandon says, did you have to get your knuckles touched up? I want to get mine done. Did it hurt more than a normal tattoo? So you're talking about my knuckles then? If the knuckles hurt more than a tattoo? Normal tattoo? Well, what's a normal tattoo? Like, it hurts. I mean, in my opinion, it hurts different pain levels on different parts of my body, but the hands are painful. Like, hand tattoos are painful. It's very bony and very sensitive. You have a lot of nerve endings in your hands, and yeah, just think the hand in general is very painful. Finger and hand tattoos are hard, especially when you knuckles and fingers. It is hard to heal right on the first try. So I do want to touch up a little bit on here because it's a bit uneven on the black over here. So yeah, I do want to do that. The white over black tattoo, did it hurt more? That's what I meant. Oh, okay. Sorry, Matthew. The white over, no, because, oh yeah, that's the thing I was going to say. Because after you have to wait. Oh my God. I did not do the white right after the black. That would be crazy. No. So after I did my blackout, I waited 6 months, I believe. 5-6 months before I started to do the white over the black. And you really should wait. Not only to let the skin heal and calm down, but also because after you do a blackout, it can look very nice and even, but after a month or two, it may start to look a bit patchy because the skin takes a while for it to heal completely. So so if you're doing a blackout, you should really just give it really a lot of time to heal before you go over it again and try to fix it or whatever, because you may start to try to fix it before it's completely healed, and you might just fuck it up even more. So you might want to make sure to make it heal completely, and it takes a few months. So yeah, I think I waited half a year after I did my blackout before I started to do the white lines over it. And no, I would not say that it healed. No, sorry. I would not say that it was more painful than a normal tattoo. It felt like a normal tattoo. I think. No, I don't think it felt anything special. The white felt just like, doing a normal tattoo, lines and everything. Lines are a bit painful, but yeah, no, I don't think it felt anything differently than just getting a normal tattoo. Once you're healed, you could do the white and support it with new black so that they pop again. Yeah, I could do that. I don't think I will do any more blackout. My skin is really, really saturated from ink already, because I had a sleeve under here and then I blacked it over and then I did white over that. So this arm has a lot of ink, and I'm not sure I would push any more ink in there if I can avoid it. I think it's enough ink in this arm. Honest Man is saying, I'm going to be getting my left leg blacked out and my entire blackout done this year. Sorry, there's a thingy on my chat thingy here that's blocking some of the text. Great. Well, good luck. I hope you have a good tattoo artist. That is a lot of skin. Whew. Prepare for pain and swollenness and a lot of goop. Oh, yeah. If you've watched my blackout tattoo video on my channel, you'll see what I mean. There's a lot of goop. It's fun though. The Vault, you have a question for me? Nice. Any tips on how to deal with pain of stomach tattoos? People handle pain very, very differently and in different ways. Like if I'm getting tattooed in a very painful area, I get like all in my head, and I'm just like, I have to concentrate on like breathing, and my mind goes into like, I don't know, I can't really talk and concentrate, or yeah. I have to say, I don't have my whole stomach, but I have like the top of my stomach and the top and the bottom-ish of my stomach tattooed. And I don't think it was that painful. It's more that you have to be prepared that it's going to be a bit weird, because when you're getting tattoos, the artist has to like stretch your skin and like lean on you, which is weird. So that is probably the most uncomfortable thing in many ways. Not necessarily just the physically the tattooing, but also the fact that someone is leaning on your stomach, and like you can't really, and you just have to tell yourself that it's okay to breathe, just because at least I'm like that. Like if anyone's leaning on my stomach, or like working on me, I just want to be completely still and like don't move, but I'm like, yeah, I just have to tell myself like it's completely fine to breathe. Tattoo artists know that you have to breathe. This is normal, but it feels weird. And same, especially when I got my throat tattooed, and also my face to a certain extent. The fact that the tattoo artist needs to like stretch your skin and like be all up in your face and like push a little bit, it can feel a bit claustrophobic, and it feels, that kind of sensations are for me often more uncomfortable than the physical tattooing pain. Also, I'm old. I'm starting to get like bodily aches when I lay down on the tattoo chair thingy for many hours. I start to get like achings in my back and whatever, and it is really, I'm not doing long sessions anymore, like 7-8 hour sessions. Like, no fucking way, dude. I'm done with that because my body cannot handle that. I get so achy and I hate lying still for that long. It's like, no, I'm done with that. So I only book like 3, 4, maybe 5 hour sessions at most now. And that is so much easier. So, I mean, that can be a tip for you. If you know that it's a painful area and you're doing a big piece, to book like shorter sessions, that it's easier to get through, can be actually very, very motivating, because I know that I've done that. Like, I've been working on a really like big piece and it's a painful place, and that, I booked the whole day. So, when you're sitting there or laying there and you're painful and it's like 2 hours in and you're like, oh great, I have 5 hours left. Like, it is so demotivating, and it's really, that is hard. It is hard to get through sometimes. So it can be, if your tattoo artist allows it, it can be a good thing to book shorter sessions. It's definitely easier to get through. So, pros versus cons of the Blackout. Anything you regret about it? If you still want to answer questions. Thank you. No, of course. Pros versus cons. Well, for me personally, or like in general? Because I, in general, I do get a lot of ugly comments on it. I mean, people think it's ugly. Not that I care. I don't care what people think at all. I don't get tattoos to make people like me or because I want to look a certain way to other people. I get tattooed because I like it, because it makes me feel better. It makes me love me more. And I love my Blackout tattoo. I think it's awesome. I do not want to have any more. I think for me, it's like, it's the sleeve and that's it. For me personally. But I get a lot of shit. Like, there are a lot of, I hate to tell you this, but there are a lot of mean people on the internet. And they like to just give you their opinion on shit that nobody cares about. And I get a lot of comments that I look ugly and that I ruined my body and that these blackouts are so shitty and that I'm trying to be a black person. Or it is so many weird and ugly comments, and I don't care about it. Personally, I don't care. I just think it's really sad that people do that. But that's the thing maybe you have to think about before you get a Blackout, that it is a kind of weird thing. It is uncommon. It is a kind of a tattoo that not maybe all people have seen before, that may want to, evoke some reactions in people. So, I don't know. Yeah, maybe you should think about that. Just be aware that some people might want to shit on it, and tell you that it looks shit, and or just ask questions. That's just, a normal thing, and I don't mind. But a lot of people ask, like, why? Like, why? What's the deal with this Blackout? Why are you why have you blacked out your arm? Like what's the deal? Why? And I get it. Like that's fine. Ask why. Ask questions. That's fine. And I would say like there is not an answer to that other than why not? Why other tattoos? Why do we do anything tattooed? Like it is style. It is a taste thing. Some people think it looks cool and that's it. I think blackouts can look really cool as a just a blackout. I was conscious that I made a conscious choice that I wanted to do the white over when I blacked it out. So when I blacked out my sleeve, I already knew that I was gonna go over with some white after because I didn't only want the blackout. Not that there's anything wrong with that. I think only a blackout can look cool. It can also look very shitty if it's done wrong. It can look really, really shitty. So maybe you should think about that as well. Just make sure you go to really, really like experienced artist. But of course, that's the case with any tattoos. But yeah. No, it's probably the thing that, you know, it's a bit controversial or whatever, an uncommon kind of style. So that's probably a con in the sense that you should be aware that it's not just a tattoo. It's kind of like a tattoo that may, you know, some people may react badly. And pros and cons, like pros, I don't know. I mean, obviously, I think it looks cool. I think it's a bit special. But I don't know. No, not really. Because it can also be really not special. I don't, because some people just have the idea that, okay, I have a shaded tattoo. So instead of getting it removed, I'm just going to have a blackout over it. And if you don't think that through with the whole like design and like everything, it can look really stupid because it actually looks like you just blacked over a tattoo. Like you just covered a tattoo with a black blotch, and that may necessarily not look very good. So, but again, it's like with any tattoo, it can go every direction. You can have one concept that will look awesome, and the same concept may also look really, really, really crap if it's done wrong. So that helps out a lot. You make it look almost therapeutic or even painless. Oh, really? Oh my God. I would not have thought. Well, if you watch the video where I tattoo my palm, you can obviously see that I'm in a lot of pain, and I almost fainted. I actually almost fainted. Like literally, we had to stop because I was getting lightheaded, and I was like, okay, I need to lay down because that was fucking painful. I think that's the most popular, most asked questions about my sleeve. And follow me on social media, which is this handle right here. It's pretty easy. So yes, but thank you guys for all your support and all your love and all your questions. I really appreciate it. I really love it. So thank you guys. Bye. Take care.